Hey guys, my name is Noah, and just over a week ago I shut my laptop and went out on a 6-month sabbatical. Everyone should have the opportunity, if possible, to experience taking such a break, to decompress, to recharge, to connect with loved ones, to pick up a hobby, and quite frankly, depending on where you're at in life, maybe it's an opportunity to test drive retirement and see if it's for you, or maybe you need more of a regimented schedule and continuing to work, hopefully in a job that you enjoy, might be your path. So the last few months working up to this sabbatical break that I'm currently on was a mixture of excitement, feeling like I was a short timer, but staying focused on my task and helping transition work to others on the team, as well as being kind of scary, knowing that I've never taken, in the 25 plus years that I've been working, I've never taken such a break. So this is completely new to me. The feeling that first week as I learn to relax, knowing I will not be going back to work for 6 months, is just something that I have not experienced before and really special. In the last 15 months, I've been through 3 layoffs and 1 voluntary buyout at my company. So I've been through a lot of change, and this couldn't have come at a better time to take a break. At the same time, I still feel very lucky after all that change to have a job, but equally exciting to be able to recharge and figure out what might be next. Now, the way my sabbatical works at my company is I'm taking 6 months and able to go back to a job, essentially. So I'm expecting to go back to the same team, and we'll have a job to land. I think my exact role will change a bit, but it's a little more freeing and relaxing when you know you will have a job to go back to, most likely, knock on wood. As I've seen in the last couple of years, nothing is certainly guaranteed where I work or where most people work, but on paper I should have a paycheck to go back to, which makes it a little less anxiety ridden knowing I will have a job to go to. So a little bit about me. I've worked in corporate life for 25 plus years. I have 2 teenagers at home, and so life has been really busy. And I also have a desire to, I see my kids growing up so fast that I have a desire to spend a summer with them. In their lives, I've never had a summer off to spend more time with them. So certainly vacations and weekends, I've spent time with them, of course, but never had this kind of free time to spend with them. In addition to that, I have some health things I would like to work on. I have some hobbies I'd like to have some time for, as well as want to do quite a bit of travel. So all those things come together, and it's just really good timing for this to happen for me. So tell me in the comments below, would you take a sabbatical if you had the opportunity? What would you do with your time? I'd love to hear kind of some different perspectives on what folks would do with their time. So far, as I've begun to decompress, I've gone on walks daily. I walk down to the beach almost every day at some point, and it's been super relaxing. And it's something that I try to do in my normal day-to-day life, but not as often. And so it's been nice to be able to go for a walk when you're not rushing to get back for, to do something that you're obligated to do. I've taken a day trip. I've begun to do some projects that I've been wanting to do here at the home. And I've taken time to just breathe, relax, and start to enjoy without work and other obligations sitting in the back of my head as much. And I've taken time to breathe, enjoy over a nice meal and a good glass of wine. So it's also a good opportunity if you're at an age or a point where you're thinking about early retirement, or perhaps just normal age retirement, to test drive it, check it out and say, like, what experience what you would do with your time, and is retirement, aside from the money aspect, there's a lot else, right, that goes into if retirement is right for you and if you're ready for it. And part of that is, what would you do with all your free time? So many of us dream of retirement, but then when that day comes, are you prepared with your time? Like, many of us have hobbies and interests and think we would stay busy no matter what. That might not be the case for everyone, though. If you've been working 25 to 35 years and you retired, what would you do with your time? Do you have enough hobbies and interests to cover the time? Do you have volunteer opportunities that you're passionate about? It's something that we all need to think about if we're thinking about retirement. But if you were able to take a sabbatical, that might help you in deciding if it's right for you and if retirement is in your future. Now, if your company doesn't offer a sabbatical, there might be other solutions. Perhaps you could go part-time when the timing is right, or perhaps you could do some consulting work where you're not working full-time and you could test drive a retirement. Or, depending on what you do, maybe your job is in a lot of fields right now, the job market is very tough. But depending on what your skill set is, perhaps your skills are in high enough demand that you could proactively leave a job, take a sabbatical, and land somewhere. Again, let me know in the comments how you're approaching the thought of a future retirement, how you're approaching if you're able to take a block of time off, and even with your vacation time. If you have a generous allotment of vacation, are you able to use several weeks at a time? Could you take a month at a time and test drive it? Or like many employers in North America, are you not able to do such? We'd love to hear in the comments. And I'm hoping and planning to do a series of videos as I go through this sabbatical and talk a bit more about it. So if you have an interest in continuing this discussion and hearing more about my sabbatical and my break, let me know in the comments. Thanks.